With over 1,600 different pickaxes, it can be really difficult to find the best pickaxes to use right now, but in this video guys, I'm going to show you 34 Fortnite pickaxes for Season 2. These are going to be some of the more tryhard and sweatiest pickaxes, along with some of the newest and most underrated pickaxes that we have seen being added to the game as well, so there is definitely going to be at least one pickaxe in this video that you guys have never heard of before. Make sure you guys watch all the way through and let me know what pickaxe you were using today, and of course hit the like and the subscribe button if you are new as well. But let's get straight into it guys, and we're starting off with the Champion's Blade. This is one of the latest FNCS items in Fortnite. We usually get a brand new FNCS item added every single season to celebrate the FNCS tournament that is taking place. We usually get a skin and a pickaxe, and those items become seasonal exclusive items as well. They only feature in the store during that given season, and they only really feature in the store once or twice, and then they are never seen again. We have seen some really amazing items added with the FNCS series over the last few years, but Champion's Blade might be one of the best looking pickaxes. It is actually quite cheap, coming in at only 500 V-Bucks. You can definitely make some really cool combos with this as well, which just makes it even better. It might not have as clean a design though as something like Xerial. Xerial is actually a crossover pickaxe from the Witcher franchise, and this is one of the more detailed Gaming Legends pickaxes that we do have in the game. It probably hasn't got the popularity that it deserves. It isn't as tryhard as I feel like it could be either, but it is still one of my favorite pickaxes, so I just had to include it on the list. If you guys do like some of the more detailed pickaxes, then this is going to be the best one for you. The katanas and the swords in Fortnite do have a custom animation, so that is exactly what we have actually seen with this pickaxe as well, but I still feel like it is close enough to the default pickaxe animation where a lot of pros and streamers are going to love it. There is possibly one crossover pickaxe that is more underrated than this though, and that has to be the Joker's Revenge. You could actually get this in the Last Laugh bundle, and that did set you back around $30, but this bundle was truly incredible. The Joker's Revenge is really clean. It has a unique color style like we have never seen before, and it was first added to the game back during Chapter 2 Season 4, so it is sort of actually becoming quite a rare item in the game today. What is so unique about this is that it doesn't really have a skin that it was designed for either. We obviously got the Joker skin, but I feel like the Bad Joke pickaxe fits in with the Joker a little bit better than the Joker's Revenge, so if you are looking for a pickaxe to use, then this could easily be one of the more underrated ones. It definitely has the potential to be tryhard as well. It has quite a detailed yet simplistic design. It is quite a small pickaxe as well, and doesn't really have any custom animations, and it isn't reactive either, so this could easily become a lot more tryhard in the future. Let's move forward though guys to a pickaxe that really has gained a lot of popularity over the last few weeks, and this is the Stellar Striker. The Stellar Striker has actually gained a lot of popularity, and this is really surprising because it has actually been in the game for a few weeks now. Usually with pickaxes like this, they do start to become quite tryhard and popular on day one, and then sort of drop off as they are in Fortnite for longer, but the Stellar Striker has sort of worked in reverse. I feel like a lot of people slept on this pickaxe when it was first added, and now that it just has been in the game for a while, a lot of people are starting to realize how good this actually is and are buying it more and more often. There are two different styles for this as well. We sort of got an orange or a lava themed style that was designed for the sun edit style of the Sunspot skin, and then we got a winter themed edit style or an ice and white colored style that is obviously for the winter version of the Sunspot skin. I think this was really clean. I thought this would become a tryhard pickaxe in the future, but it feels like it is only now just starting to get the recognition that it deserves. There is another pickaxe that is pretty similar to this, and this is the Icy Piece axes. This is actually designed for the Summit Seeker Eevee skin, which has been one of the more successful skins added to the game in Chapter 5 Season 1. This was a redesign of the Eevee skin, and I feel like Summit Seeker Eevee is just a little bit better. I really do like the way this skin looks, and the pickaxes are also really clean, but I feel like they are just overshadowed by how many pickaxes we now have in the game. I feel like if Fortnite had have added in an edit style for this, where it is just a default design pickaxe, that would have made it a lot better, but the fact that it is just one style is probably holding this back from how good it could actually be. That takes us though to the number 29 position, and we have the Cosmic Pickaxe. This is definitely one of the more underrated pickaxes on this list, and I don't think this will be tryhard in the future. This could very easily become one of the biggest meme pickaxes in the game though. I think that is so funny. I just absolutely love these pickaxes. I think the skins that they came with were even better as well, which just makes them even more funny. I think this is so sick though. If you guys are a fan of the meme items in Fortnite, then this is definitely something you need to use. If you do take the game a little bit more seriously and are a more tryhard player, then I feel like this probably isn't going to be the pickaxe for you, but if you are also a meme player and don't want to buy any brand new items, then you could always use something like the Bad Joke. This actually came to the game with the Joker's Revenge in the last half bundle during Chapter 2 Season 4. You could actually get this for around $30, and I think it is a really clean pickaxe. If I had to pick out of the Joker's Revenge and the Bad Joke which one I like more, I feel like the Bad Joke would be the better one. It just is so unique. It looks so different to every other pickaxe that we have in the game, and it has one of the funniest sounds to it as well, which in my opinion just makes this even better. We've talked about a lot of collab pickaxes though, but we still have a few more to talk about, and next up is Donnys Bow Staff. The good news for this though is that this is actually one of the newest pickaxes in the game, as it was just added in Chapter 5 Season 1 with all of the Ninja Turtle items. There were so many amazing items added with the Ninja Turtles collab. I feel like the pickaxes did sort of get overlooked though. We got two really amazing pickaxes with this, but I feel like people were just so surprised that we actually had this collab in Fortnite that they only really cared about the skins. Donnys Bow Staff has a really clean design to it though. It reminds me a lot of LeBeau's bow in terms of the animation and the design as well, but I feel like this might actually end up being a lot more popular because you can actually use this with a lot more skins. It'll probably struggle to overtake something like Leon's combat knife though, which would have to be one of the best crossover items we have ever seen in Fortnite. You can actually pick this up for only 500 V-Bucks as well, making it one of the cheapest collab items we have ever seen. I don't know that we are ever going to see a pickaxe smaller than this added to the game either. I feel like that just makes it even better. And if you only really want to buy one or two pickaxes for your locker and you want to buy a pickaxe that is going to fit in with every single skin, then this has to be the best one. I mean, its design is so simplistic, it is so small as well, that it is going to work with every single skin you own. Whether you are using the superhero skins, Thanos, the Hulk, or even Peter Griffin, I feel like it will work in with this really, really well. The only problem with Leon's combat knife though is it doesn't really return to the store that often, just because it has been in the game for a while and it is a collab pickaxe. So if you guys are waiting for this to return, you might have to wait a little bit longer. But one pickaxe that should be returning very, very soon is the Skully Scepter. This is a 500 V-Buck Fortnite pickaxe, and it does return to the store all the time. It has just been one of the best items we have ever seen. It was pretty much a redesign of the Star Wand as well, which has basically been the most tryhard pickaxe in the history of the game. So whenever Fortnite pretty much redesigned this item, they knew straight away how popular and sweaty it would become, and the Skully Scepter did not disappoint. I feel like it fits in with that meme theme if you are a little bit of a meme player. It fits in with the tryhard theme as well, which does look really sick. So depending on how you guys play Fortnite, this might actually be the best pickaxe for you to buy right now. I feel like another pickaxe that sort of fits in with this theme though would have to be the Vision. The Vision is very similar to this. It works for tryhard players, it works for meme players, and it is just one of the cleanest looking pickaxes. You can actually pick this up for 800 V-Bucks, so even though it is a little bit more expensive than the Skully Scepter, it is still a really good price and definitely one of the best pickaxes to buy. I feel like just because it has been in the game for such a long time though, we don't really see that many people using it today. I would love to see some more color variants for this though. That would make it a lot better and definitely take it back to the old days where this was pretty much one of the best pickaxes in the game. I feel like more people are just preferring to use some of the newest items in the game though, so if that is you, then the Banana Splitter might be the best choice. This actually came to the game in Chapter 5 Season 1 with the Adventure Peely skin. I love this so much. I think Adventure Peely was just one of the biggest meme skins of all time, so it makes sense that the pickaxe was also massively a meme item. It is really clean though. It probably won't fit in with every single skin because of the unique design for it. There are going to be some skins that do work better with this pickaxe, and there are going to be some skins that look absolutely horrible with this, but for right now I feel like a lot of people have actually been using this with April O'Neil. It is going to fit in with the color theme of that skin really well, and that has definitely helped make this item a lot more tryhard. I feel like that yellow color theme for the Banana Splitter is what is holding it back. It would be really cool to see some other variants for this, but one pickaxe that does this really well is actually the Mercenary Razor sword. This is also a brand new pickaxe in Chapter 5. It is one of the cleaner pickaxes we have seen this season. It is really small. It is a single-handed pickaxe as well, so I feel like it has been quite tryhard. And this actually fits in with all of the skins the Banana Splitter will work in with as well, but maybe just a little bit better. I feel like this is also going to be quite rare in the future because not that many people are going to be using it. I feel like that could honestly make it even more tryhard as well, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Next up though guys, we need to talk about the Jade Dragon. This is actually one of the newest pickaxes in the game that came to the game with the Guardian Lin skin. I actually think this is a really clean pickaxe. We do have a few skins that look like this, and there are a few pickaxes that also look like the Jade Dragon, but I feel like this is so unique that we just had to include it on the list. It does look a lot different to a lot of other pickaxes we have seen being added in Chapter 5. I don't know how tryhard this is going to become in the future. I feel like it could very easily become one of the more popular and tryhard pickaxes in the game though, so we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. The more often that this does feature in the store, the better it is going to be, but I feel like we might have to wait a little while before this does feature in the store once again. That takes us though guys to the number 20 position, and we have the Lovelorn. The Lovelorn is a $4 pickaxe in Fortnite that was added to the game during Chapter 4, and this has to be one of my favorite all-time pickaxes. This actually reminds me a lot of the Axe of Champions. It is pretty much a cheaper version of that, and you have to be nowhere near as tryhard in order to get it. That is really amazing. I feel like that might be the best thing about it as well. So if you guys are a tryhard fan and you want to show everyone else how good you are at Fortnite, but you don't think you are good enough to own the Axe of Champions, then the Lovelorn might be a better option. It does have a really unique design though, and fits in with a bunch of my favorite skins, and another pickaxe that also does this is the Eban Battle Axe. I feel like this is probably one of the more unique pickaxes on this list, and in a similar way to the Lovelorn reminding me of the Axe of Champions, I feel like the Eban Battle Axe does remind me of the Leviathan axe. This is also another Gaming Legends pickaxe, but what is unique about this is that unlike the Leviathan axe, where it has its own custom animation and it is reactive, the Eban Battle Axe is just based on an original Fortnite pickaxe design. It swings like a normal Fortnite pickaxe, it doesn't have a loud sound either, but it is just so underrated in Fortnite today to the point where no one has been using this. Hopefully by including it in this video though, more and more people can understand how good this pickaxe actually is and start using it if you don't have it today. But obviously since all of these Gaming Legends items don't really return to the store that often, you may have to wait a while in order to get it again. There are some Gaming Legends pickaxes though that are better than this, and one of them would have to be the Dark Place Lamp. This is actually really surprising because it has started to become more tryhard over the last few seasons. We've seen a bunch of pros and streamers like Clicks actually starting to use this, and I feel like that is one of the main reasons why it is becoming quite tryhard in Fortnite today. With a lot of pros and streamers using it, it is only going to help increase the popularity of this, and I guess the awareness for this pickaxe as well. So if you do want to copy your favorite pros and streamers, and you also want to use some of the coolest looking items in the game, then the Dark Place Lamp is going to be the way to go. Obviously it doesn't return to the store that often though, because it is part of the Gaming Legends series, and one item that probably will return more often than this is going to be the Studded Axe. The Studded Axe has probably been the most tryhard pickaxe in the history of the game, but for a very unique reason. Pros and streamers were actually using this because it made less sound than every other pickaxe we had ever seen in Fortnite. We don't know whether this was done on purpose or whether it was a mistake that Fortnite just decided to keep in the game, but it is literally known as the quietest pickaxe in the history of Fortnite. A lot of pros and streamers would actually use that because it would give them an advantage. It would actually make them more quiet when they were walking around the map and breaking materials or breaking into other people's builds, so I feel like it gained a huge advantage from that and just meant that a lot of people actually bought it. Fortnite could also add in some other color variants for this to make it even better, but I don't know that that's going to happen anytime soon, and it also probably won't happen with our next pickaxe either, and that is the Axe O. The Axe O is a Fortnite pickaxe that was designed for the Weekend skin. This is one of the first skins added to the game in Chapter 5, and it was to really celebrate the Fortnite Festival game mode. The Axe O is a really clean pickaxe though. It is pretty similar to a few other pickaxes we have seen, but the only reason I'm including it on the list is because it is one of the newest ones, and it does just have a really clean design as well. A few pros and streamers were using it at the start of Chapter 5, but I feel like because we have just had so many items added to the game this season that it is now starting to drop off, with people preferring to use some of the newer items that we do actually see. It is very clear though that people love to use some of the more simplistic design pickaxes though, and the Axe O definitely fits into that category. Another pickaxe that fits into that category really well though has to be the Slasher. The Slasher is a 500 V-Buck pickaxe that was added to the game during Chapter 4 Season 5, and this was actually in Season OG. The Slasher was the pickaxe designed for the Michael Myers skin, and since this was one of the most anticipated Fortnite Mayor skins, you just know the pickaxe was going to be really good as well. It honestly has one of the simplest designs out of any pickaxe. It has pretty much one color to it, and the design is really simplistic, but honestly I feel like that is what makes this pickaxe so good. Obviously since it is a Fortnite Mayor skin though, it might take a really long time for this to be added back to the game, so hopefully it is sooner than next Fortnite Mares, because that is going to be a long wait. You probably won't have to wait too long though to get something like the Driver. This seems to be one of the more popular pickaxes in the game, and that is because it features in the store like every single week. That is not an exaggeration either. I feel like this literally features in the store every single week. You can pick it up for only 500 V-Bucks. It is such a cheap pickaxe, and similar to the Slasher, it is going to work with all of your favorite skins. I've just mentioned this so many times on the channel before though, so I feel like a lot of you guys would already own this and are going to be using it in Season 2 of Chapter 5, so we may as well just move on to a more underrated pickaxe, and this is going to be Catwoman's Grappling Claw. This is actually part of the DC franchise, but I feel like this has a lot of potential to be one of the more tryhard items in the game. There are so many clean crossover items, but I feel like they just get a bad name because they are part of collab series, and I feel like DC really suffers from this a lot. This pickaxe has to be one of the cleanest ones though. You can pick it up for 800 V-Bucks, which I feel like is a reasonable price, but a lot of people don't end up using it because it is quite big and bulky and maybe more detailed than most people actually want. If you do want a more simplistic or smaller pickaxe at least, then the Cold Snap might be a better choice. This actually gained a lot of popularity during Chapter 4 and now in Chapter 5 as well, because it was the pickaxe that Clicks chose for his very own locker bundle. Clicks is just one of the most popular Fortnite players in the world today. He's also one of the most influential players as well, so I feel like whatever pickaxe he actually ended up picking for his very own locker bundle was going to become tryhard in Fortnite, and the Cold Snap was the one that he went with, and it's no doubt that this has actually become one of the more popular pickaxes over the last few seasons. I love the design of this though. It is so unique. It probably won't work in with as many skins as some of the other pickaxes we have already talked about, but I feel like that also makes this a lot cleaner and probably only allows you to use this with a few skins. I do understand how detailed this actually is though, and a lot of people do want to use the more simplistic pickaxes, so the Reaper might honestly be a better choice. This is also one of the most OG pickaxes we are ever going to see. It was added to the game in Chapter 1, Season 1, and is basically the ideal pickaxe for a Fortnite Mares skin. This actually had the opportunity to be the most tryhard pickaxe we have ever seen in Fortnite. Back when the Skull Trooper, the Ghoul Trooper, and the Reaper were all in the item shop, they only came to the game for a few days in Chapter 1, Season 1, before never featuring again. When Fortnite decided to add the Ghoul Trooper and the Skull Trooper back to the store though, they actually added in edit styles for this to show recognition to people that spent money on the game before anyone else buying those items. Unfortunately though, the Reaper didn't get the same treatment as there was no styles for this added, but they kept reintroducing this to the item shop. I feel like that really held it back. It is still a clean pickaxe though, and could be one of the best ones in Season 2. But one pickaxe that I have been preferring to use a little bit more is going to be Wick Katana. The Wick Katana is actually one of the newest items to the game, and it was also added in Chapter 5. You can pick this up for only 500 V-Bucks though, which just makes it truly incredible, and they actually designed a new pickaxe for the John Wick skin, which I also think is a really cool touch. It would have been easy for Fortnite just to leave the simple sledge as John Wick's pickaxe, but Wick Katana is definitely an upgrade of this, and in my opinion makes it a lot better. They could have also made this a lot more expensive, but for only 500 V-Bucks, it is a bargain. I feel like this could easily be the most popular katana in Fortnite, and is probably the cleanest looking one as well. Some people though still prefer to use smaller pickaxes in the game, and maybe don't like the animation that comes with the katanas in Fortnite, and if that is you, then the stun knife might be a better option. This is actually the secret battle pass pickaxe for Chapter 5 Season 1. We obviously have the secret battle pass skin each season, and this season it was the Solid Snake, but the pickaxe design for Solid Snake was the stun knife. This is actually one of the smallest pickaxes we are ever going to see in Fortnite. It is so crazy how small this actually is, and I cannot wait to see how many people keep using this in the future. It is only going to be available for a few more days though. Even though the secret battle pass items aren't really a secret anymore, I still feel like it is really cool that Fortnite actually does this. That takes us through to the number 8 position, and we have the Splinter Staff. The Splinter Staff is easily one of the coolest looking pickaxes we have seen in a while, and came to the game with the Splinter skin. This is actually part of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collab. This is one of the more recent collabs that we do have in the game, and what I love about this is that this pickaxe is so unique and so different to a lot of other pickaxes that we have seen. The design is quite similar to a few other pickaxes like the Spell Slinger's staff, but this just looks really different and a lot more unique, and it does have a custom animation which makes it even better. This is definitely a pickaxe I recommend you guys buy today. Let's move on guys to the number 7 position, and we have the Vault Guardian. The Vault Guardian is a 500 V-Buck pickaxe, making it one of the cheapest ones on this list, and it is just one of the best pickaxes in the game as well. This is pretty much a redesign of the Gold Crow and the Crowbar that have been in the game for a really long time, and the Vault Guardian is just a new take on this. I love the design of it though. I feel like it works in with a bunch more skins than the Gold Crow and the Crowbar do, so this is probably my favorite one out of all of them, but let me know which one in the comments down below is your preferred style of the Crowbar. Another pickaxe that you could also buy for only 500 V-Bucks though is the Icebreaker. This is probably one of the more popular pickaxes we are ever going to see. It was added back during Chapter 1, Season 1, and the fact that this has been in the game since the very beginning and is still getting more and more popular is just what is so crazy about this. We are never going to see another pickaxe like this. I feel like it is so hard now for Fortnite to come up with a pickaxe that is going to be more popular and try hard than this, especially for a really long time. So I feel like that just shows you guys how good this actually is. There are some pickaxes that are getting close to this though, and the Star Wand would definitely be one of them. Even though it was added in Chapter 1 Season 8, I feel like this has been more tryhard than the Icebreaker, and definitely more popular at times as well, but now in Chapter 5 it might just be starting to drop off a little bit. If Fortnite introduced some more styles for this, that would make it a lot better. They could really add some unique edit styles for this and change around the colors quite a bit, and that would seriously improve how cool this actually is. But since it was added in Chapter 1 Season 8 and still hasn't had any styles for it just yet, I don't know what the chances are of that actually happening. But that takes us guys to the number 4 position, and we have the Candy Axe. The Candy Axe is one of the most expensive items in Fortnite, coming in at 1,500 V-Bucks. This is so expensive for a pickaxe. I feel like we haven't really seen too many other pickaxes becoming this expensive in Fortnite, which just shows you guys how insane this actually is. It is sort of similar to the Reaper though. It was added in Chapter 1 Season 1, so it was one of the first ever pickaxes that we had, and it was also one of the most creative ones as well, because we had a reactive pickaxe before any other item had any features like this. I feel like that is the reason why it was so expensive. They could have also made this pickaxe a lot better by including the Merry Mint as an edit style for this, but that never happened, and it was just added as its own pickaxe, which I feel like really held this back. If they did add in extra styles for it, then it would be really clean, but I just don't think it's worth buying today, especially when you can get something like the Scratcher for a lot cheaper at only 950 V-Bucks. This is one of my favorite pickaxes as well. It is actually available in the Chapter 5 Season 1 Battle Pass, so it will be available only for a few more days. Yes guys, that is right. If you don't already have this, then you need to make sure you buy the Battle Pass and grind this out, because it is such a clean looking pickaxe. I honestly feel like this is better than most other pickaxes we have seen in the Battle Passes over the last few years. We just don't really see that many people using it though, because it is a cell shaded pickaxe. But to me, the Scratcher is a little bit different to most of the other cell shaded pickaxes that we do have in the game. I feel like because it was designed for Peter Griffin, it's just going to fit in with a bunch more skins, and it doesn't really have that bright effect of other cell shaded pickaxes, which just makes it even better. That takes us though guys to the number 2 position, and we have the Harley Hitter. It is hard to go past the Harley Hitter as a pickaxe in Fortnite, because this is just one of the best ones we are ever going to see. It is easily one of the best DC pickaxes, probably the best DC pickaxe we are ever going to see as well, and I don't think anything is going to change that anytime soon. As I've said though, with a bunch of other pickaxes, I would love more styles for this. It is kind of weird that Fortnite added this back during Chapter 2 Season 1 with the first Harley Quinn skin, and then a few seasons later when we got Rebirth Harley Quinn, they decided not to add an edit style for the Harley Hitter. That honestly would have been the perfect time and would have made this a lot better, so hopefully that is something they do in the future. But it isn't good enough to be coming in at the number 1 position, and the best pickaxe you guys need to use in Season 2 has to be the Leviathan Axe. I'm sure there's no surprises here. It is still the best pickaxe in Fortnite today. You can pick it up for 1,000 V-Bucks, so it is a little bit more expensive than some people might actually like, but the biggest problem with this isn't the price. The biggest problem is that this is only featured in the item shop once since Chapter 2 Season 5. Yes guys, this has been in the game for a really long time, and it's only featured in the store once, which is really what is holding this back from also being one of the more popular pickaxes. A lot of pros and streamers do own this though. They absolutely love it as well, and we see that by them using it pretty much every single day and in some of the biggest tournaments as well, so you guys know how good this pickaxe already is. But there you guys go, that is my list for 34 Fortnite pickaxes for Season 2. Make sure to let me know which one in the comments down below you are going to be using, and make sure to click on the video on your screen now.